and let's talk about the class. Okay, so what's going to happen when we look at these lectures like this? We're always going to start with some housekeeping, and that's what we're going to do in this video right here. We'll do a little housekeeping, make sure that everybody's caught up and is flowing with the class. So we'll do a little housekeeping, a little administrative stuff, and then we'll switch over in our next video and we'll look at we'll take a preview of the content that we're going to see later in the demonstration we're going to do together. Right. So as you can see, the things we're going to talk about today is just getting started, right? And then in the next video we'll look at Excel, and then in the videos after that, of course, we'll do the demo, right? We'll start building a decision model together. You and me will build it. It'll be pretty exciting. So. A couple questions that may come up is the first one. I'll get emails and people say, hey, how do I read the e-text? Okay, so that is in My IT Lab, and you want to go in through course materials and then go to any one of the weeks for an assignment, and you'll see a link for the e-text there. Okay, so it's in course materials, and I'll be sure to include that in a video coming up here. Okay. And so then the other question I get a lot is, which computer should I be doing my homework on? Right. So we covered this in our week or our class 1A discussion, right? And so there's a couple options. You know, you're going to work on whatever computer works for you. If it's a PC, then you've updated to the most recent version of Office, and that's what you're going to use. If you're on a Mac, you've updated to the most recent version of Office on that, and then you've got to decide if that's what you're going to use, because that Mac is going to create some problems for you, and so because everything is built for a PC, so you may want to go ahead and schedule time and just be on campus to do that stuff if you don't have a PC at home to be working on. Okay, so it's really up to you. Anything is going to work so long as you get this newest version of Office installed, which of course is free to you through the school, right? So not a very concrete answer there. Almost anything will work, but you're gonna a Macintosh is not the best solution, right? Okay, so if you want to be on track with today's class, right, what you should be doing is you should be registered for My IT Lab, right? You should have gone to the bookstore and bought that, and you should be registered for My IT Lab, and you should be getting started on the homework that's due this Friday at 11:59 p.m., right? And you should also be prepping for lab. Right? You've got a lab at some point this week, and you need to be prepping for that by going and looking at the lab prep document on Canvas, and by doing your homework, of course. And so here's, we're looking at week one here, right? We're looking at week one and what's going on. What's going on in week one? Well, quite a bit, right? It's a busy week. And so we can see that right here we have a project, right? That project was due, that project was associated with the Tuesday, right? But it's actually been moved to be due on Friday. You also have this simulation, right? We had this simulation that needs to get done, and we've got that, and we have this moved till Friday. Okay, so everything in week one is due Friday. So this one and this one, the project and simulation, are moved, so the due date is on Friday. That's going to give everybody a chance to get caught up. And you can see down here, I've got this written saying, hey, you're not printing or emailing, SkyDriving, any of this kind of stuff. This is all getting turned in through My IT Lab. So you're trying to keep on track. You gotta stay organized, right? Well, Canvas is your friend, right? So you're going to get on Canvas. You're going to click on link week one. You're going to look at that overview that we were just looking at, and then also you're going to need to come down here and look at this lab prep. Right? You have to look at that lab prep folder just to get ready for lab this week. So you need to know stuff about the course, right? Go to Canvas and go to course information, right? The syllabus is there and a bunch of other stuff, right? So if you need information, it's there. If you're wondering about My IT Lab, right? Go to the tab called My IT Lab on Canvas, modules, My IT Lab right there, and then look down. You just scroll on down here. You'll see the number that you need, or the code for registering for the course, right? If you need to download the newest version of Office, it's right there. Right? And really important is the technical support number, all right? If you're having issues with My IT Lab, I can't help you. I mean, I don't have any control over that stuff. I control the content. If a quiz isn't working right, or or if you can't get into a folder or something, that's my stuff, right? But if you're having problems with the website not working, you can't log in, it crashed on you, something like that, I have no control of that. Give My IT Lab a call right here. Call their technical support. They will get you straightened out. All right. So there's the number for you right there. Okay. When you're on My IT Lab, we looked at this last class, but look at it again. You've got the assignment calendar, right? All you need to do for this week is just come here, click on the Friday stuff, and hey, here's the list of stuff for this week, right? There's the list of all the things you need to get done. So use the assignment calendar, and that will really help you keep on track. If for some reason you're not going to use the assignment calendar, come on in here to this, right? To come on in here and use the course materials tab on My IT Lab. Just click into week 1, and then here's the folders. Look, if I clicked right into this right now, I would see the e-text right in there, okay? That's where the e-text is at. If I click on this folder right here, Chapter 1 Office Fundamentals, or this one here, I will see the e-text in either one of those. So that's how you get to the e-text. So you can go, you can get to it through course materials, or you can use the assignment calendar. The assignment calendar is probably easier. If you need to get to the e-text, you'll have to go in through course materials and then come over here and click into one of these folders to find the e-text. So there's the Office Fundamentals, the skill-based, right, or the concept quiz. Those are all there. Those are all there in course materials if you need them, or you can just access them right from there, okay, on the assignment calendar. I think the assignment calendar is probably just the easiest way to do this stuff, right? All right, so where are you at, right? How are you going to stay organized with this course? There's tons of stuff going on, right? How are you going to stay organized? Like this, right? So you're going to know your resources. You're going to know Canvas. You're going to know where stuff's located. And then you're going to know My IT Lab, right? You're just going to get to know those things. You're going to set them up so that they work, and you're going to use them the same all the time, right? And then just schedule your time throughout the week so that you can do this with me, and we can do the class periods. You knock those out, and then you get onto My IT Lab and you knock those out, and you kind of do this. It's the same thing every week, right? If you look at Canvas, you look at how we got this thing laid out. We're spending our time together like this every couple of days, and then you're spending time on My IT Lab throughout the week. You got a bunch of stuff that's due on Friday every week, and so you just want to lay this stuff out. And you want to get your homework done on time, and you want to get your lab prep done before the lab so you can show up there and be ready to go. Right? So that's how you're going to do this every week. Do it the same way every week. Get into a routine with it, and you'll do really well in this class. Right? Getting ready for those labs, how are you going to do that? Well, you go to the lab prep document on Canvas for each week. You open it up and look at this thing, right? This is going to show you everything you need to know. This is a picture of the lab, the exam lab file. There's a picture of what you're going to do. And here's these instructions down here telling you, hey, this is basically what you're going to do, right? Merge and center. Number 4, merge and center. Wrap text and merge cell. Well, if you don't know what merge and center is, go figure it out before lab. Don't walk in there not knowing this stuff, right? So there it is. That's how you stay prepared. There's no excuse for showing up unprepared, right? For Lab 1, you need to show up. You need to be registered on My IT Lab. You've got to be registered on My IT Lab. You won't be able to do the assignment. And you got to have looked at this Lab 1 prep to be in good shape for it. Okay? Then lab. Okay, we're going to explain all this stuff when you get there to lab, but I do want you to realize that if you're going to miss lab, if you're sick or something, you need to email Tim at this address right here and let him know, all right? Tim runs everything related to lab, so you need to let him know, and then be prepared for an exam type of environment. You're going to go in there and sit down and get this thing done. You're going to be all on your own. There's no notes, no books, or anything like that, okay? And then you'll always be able to look at your results and how you did at 2 p.m. Friday when the last lab is over. I'll release all that stuff. Okay, I know there was a lot of stuff, but this is exactly how we're going to stay on track, right? We're going to do a bunch of housekeeping every time that we sit down like this and do a class, and that way we can stay on track and touch base like this and make sure we're doing good. Okay, so I'll see you next time.